Welcome back, friends. In today's video, I'm sharing 10 chores that my children, ages 5 and under, do around our home. I prefer the term acts of service over chores because I want to stress acts of love over obligation. My heart is to encourage the weary mother to open her eyes to the army of helpers just waiting to be taught responsibility, and the sooner the better. Your sweet children will learn to want to contribute, and the time to teach them these habits is now. I never realized just how helpful my young children would be purely from being given the expectation to be responsible. Teaching them that a family is made up of helpful team members is beneficial for many reasons. In this way, we form a team servant mentality instead of a self-centered one. Working together enriches our home life. It also helps develop healthy habits early on that set children up for independence, responsibility, selflessness, and a good work ethic. I'm a strong believer that if you start children young with age-appropriate tasks, show them how needed they are, paired with appreciation, and they will thrive. At these young ages, we don't necessarily focus on how well they did the job, if we know they did their best. Instead, we focus on praising their willingness to help and the intent of their hearts while serving others. So here are some acts of service that work for our family. Making their bed. Did you know that one thing most successful people do every morning is make their bed? While I know it's going to take more than making a bed to call good parenting a day, I see how this discipline can really start the day off right. It must build confidence and give a real sense of accomplishment to complete a goal first thing in the morning. My 5 and 3-year-old know that before they can come out for breakfast, they have to make their bed. This gives them a sense of ownership, and me, a sense of sanity. As tiny livers, their bunk beds are the one place that's fully theirs, and we're teaching them early on to treat their space with respect. Picking up their room. Want to know the quickest way to kill the mood in a tiny RV? Seeing your child's messy room from anywhere in your home. I remember telling my mom on the phone how hard it was for me to keep their room clean. She responded, "Laura, you have 3 more than able children. They are definitely capable to keep their room clean." It was then I realized the room was rarely clean because I never laid out the expectation for them. I believed it would be too much for them, when in reality, they were just waiting for me to expect more. Our children now do a quick pickup of their room 3 times a day before they sit down for each meal. I often say pick up rather than clean because I think it sounds less daunting. It involves picking everything up off their floor, making sure toys are on their toy shelf, and that their shared couch is tidy. We often blast the cleanup song or Jesus Loves Me, my daughter's current favorite, set a timer to play Beat the Clock, and get to cleaning. It only takes about 10 minutes when all 3 children work together. What a good thing it is to desire a clean and tidy room. When I was a young child, my mother would pretend she was the landlord of an apartment building. And when my room got out of control, I would get a written notice. Not joking, either I, the tenant, would clean my room or be evicted. It's a fond memory of my mom helping me make cleaning fun. Helping mommy make food. Okay, moms, I know. It's quicker, less dangerous, and way less messy to just make meals ourselves. However, remember that instilling a love for cooking at an early age will have a return investment, and a delicious one at that. Before you know it, they'll be bringing you breakfast in bed. Instead of viewing cooking as one of life's obligations, they will likely have enough fond memories to give them a lifelong love for cooking. If you enjoy this type of encouraging mom content, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss a video. Setting the table before meals. This is such a simple chore that my children get very excited about. You can give each child a table setting task or select a child to delegate which sibling will get the bowls, utensils, cups, etc. and watch them go. This is a great task for working together as a team, and it gives Mom a few extra seconds to wrap up any last-minute touches on dinner. Cleaning the table, cleaning the dishes. After every snack and meal, we have trained our children to throw their dishes, cups, and utensils in the sink. I've been eagerly waiting for the day when they would be able to help with dishes as well. Well, it's safe to say they love washing their dishes. We let them wash their own dishes, but we don't burden them with anyone else's unless they want to. I think it's also safe to say that their version of clean may differ from our version, and that's where it's the thought that counts comes in. And practice makes perfect. Our children now eat their meals, wipe down the table, and fight over who gets to serve the other sibling and wash their plate. Straightening up the shoes. Unfortunately, during the winter months, our clunky boots are too big to fit in the shoe cabinet. Instead, they congregate in our entryway, just waiting to trip their next victim. A big hazard and nuisance if not properly lined up and put away. Thankfully, our children don't mind organizing the shoes, and it often becomes a fun matching game. Occasionally, my 3-year-old daughter will get extra fancy and organize a boys and girls side. Nice touch. Picking up the main living space. Before bedtime, or whenever our main living space is feeling cramped, I'll play music or set a timer to play Beat the Clock and have the children bring every book and toy from the main living space back into their room. Having a clean and clutter-free living space while living tiny is a necessity, and our children are more than capable to help. They're pretty fast, too. Replacing the garbage bag. I don't mind taking out the garbage, but it sure is nice not to have to change the bag. Why am I like this? Thankfully, my 5-year-old enjoys putting in a new bag every time, and I always make sure to thank him for earnestly doing so. Saying thank you and sharing how much you appreciate your child's help is a sure way to model kindness and let them feel the joy of serving others. Unloading the drainboard. Once I remove all the sharp knives, scissors, and items that belong in high places from the drainboard, I pour the remaining items onto the kitchen table so that the children have access to put them all away. This is a great way for children to match and organize, or for a 2-year-old to come up with a new creative organizational strategy. Patience, mamas. Putting items away after using them. Teaching our children this disciplined concept of putting their things away after using them is a skill that will make life easier. I'm currently trying to form this habit as an adult, so the idea of my children learning this early on is nothing short of a relief and a benefit to us all. I hope you enjoyed these 10 chores my children do to serve our family and household. Tell me your children's ages in the comments below and ways that they help serve your family. I'm sure it will be of great benefit and inspiration to us all. Stay cool, calm, and collected, and see you in my next video.